Coming to you from the Lydia Media Studios in the heart of Lewiston, Auburn, it's Lydia's Lunch Bunch, LA's afternoon morning show with Mark and Pam and Alex. What's going on, buddy? Everything. Alex is having some breakfast over there. We're going to let him finish his breakfast before we bring him on, but it's good to have you back. Haven't seen you in a while. We are covering news and events in the greater LA area and talking to the people making a difference in our community. Feel free to share your comments, questions, or suggestions via email at podcast@lydiamediallc.com.
And today's show is brought to you by Ruper's Beverage and Redemption. When it comes to beer, wine, and spirits, don't botch it. Squatch it. At 4 locations in Lewiston, Auburn, and Oxford. Learn more at rupersbeverage.com. And remember, the party starts at Ruper's.
We have the pleasure of being joined in studio today by a member of K&R Auto Sales, Frankie Campbell. How are you?
Oh, I'm fantastic. How are you?
Excellent. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
We're going to talk to Frankie all about K&R and a whole lot more coming up here in just a bit. But before we do, let's take a look at some headlines for Monday, December 8th.
Lewiston Public Schools is launching a new program to allow vetted drivers to provide transportation to students in their personal vehicles. The program is called Hop, Skip, Drive, which helps homeless and other students get to school. Drivers must go through a 15-point certification process and have their vehicles inspected before transporting students.
The City of Auburn is accepting applications from residents interested in joining the Planning Board. Serving on the board is an opportunity to share your expertise and help ensure Auburn remains a vibrant and welcoming place to live, work, and thrive. The application deadline is December 18th, and for more information, you can visit auburnmaine.gov.
St. Mary's Health System earned an A hospital safety grade from the Leapfrog Group, an independent national nonprofit organization focused on patient safety. The grade is based on national data, expert review, and evidence-based standards. The A rating reflects strong performance and sustained attention to patient safety.
And the Maine Psychological Association presented Christine Sampson with an Educator Recognition Award. Sampson has been teaching for 18 years at Sherwood Heights Elementary School in Auburn and was recognized for advancing positive mental health outcomes. Her methods have resulted in improved mental health, academics, and behavior. Now it's time for the weather.
Weather, weather, weather. Weather, 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 weather. Weather, weather is the best. Is the best. Weather, weather, weather. Sunny today with a high of 24 and a low of 6. We'll have sunshine tomorrow before a cloudy afternoon. High of 22, a low of 3. Cloudy skies with evening snow on Wednesday with highs in the mid-30s.
And for sports, the Patriots were off this weekend. They'll host Buffalo Bills on Sunday afternoon.
Jaylen Brown's 30 points led the Celtics over the Toronto Raptors, 121-113. Boston will visit the Milwaukee Bucks on Thursday night.
The Bruins visit the St. Louis Blues tomorrow night.
The Maine Nordiques swept the Johnstown Tomahawks in Pennsylvania, winning 2-1 on Friday and 4-1 on Saturday. Friday's win was head coach Nick Skerlick's 100th victory of his NAHL career.
The Lewiston Maniacs swept the Northern Maine Pioneers 4-2 on Friday and 4-3 on Saturday. The Maniacs will visit the Woodstock Slammers on Friday and will host the Slammers on Saturday.
There you go. That's your news, weather, and sports. And right now it's time for the podcast segment that is sweeping the Twin Cities. It's time for famous people birthdays.
They're famous. It's their birthdays. It's famous people birthdays. It's famous people birthdays.
Frankie, does this bring you back to your radio days with all the sound effects and madness?
Oh yeah, this is great, man.
I love it.
We just didn't have no little guy helping out here. I'm really happy.
Let's take a look at FPBs for December the 8th, shall we?
Sure.
All right. We're going to start off with actor Terry Hatcher, who is 61 years old today. She's best known for her portrayal of Lois Lane on the TV series Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman.
Okay.
She was also in Desperate Housewives
Yes.
and played a memorable role in Seinfeld. She delivered the famous quote, "They're real and they're spectacular."
Okay.
Remember that one?
Yep.
All right. Guitarist Phil Collen of Def Leppard is 68 years old today. He joined the band in 1982. And let's see, rounding out FPBs for December the 8th is actor Kim Basinger, who is 72 years old today. She won an Academy Award for her role in LA Confidential in 1997. She also played Vicky Vale in Tim Burton's Batman in 1989, and she was in 9.5 Weeks. She also dated Prince.
She did?
She did. Yeah, she recorded an album with Prince called Hollywood Affair. We'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
What's going on with that? Those are your FPBs. Now it's time for some OTDs. It happened on this day. It happened on this day. It happened on this day.
22 years ago, in 2003, the U.S. Supreme Court supported a ruling to allow Rosa Parks to sue Outkast for using her name as the title of a song. Parks alleged that the use of her name violated her trademark rights and defamed her. They settled 6 months before her death in 2005 for an undisclosed amount.
I think that the lesson here is you just don't mess with Rosa Parks in any way, shape, or form.
She stands her ground.
She sure does.
Also, 22 years ago, I got to read this one. Ozzy Osbourne broke his collarbone and several ribs and almost died after crashing an ATV on the grounds of his Buckinghamshire, England estate. He definitely wasn't under the influence.
Oh, no, not at all.
Oh, he was straight.
Not Ozzy.
That's probably why he wrecked, because he was straight.
Yeah.
He's like, this feels weird.
Yeah. What am I doing? 41 years ago, in 1984, Captain Kangaroo aired for the last time. It ran on CBS for 29 years.
I remember that show. Remember
Me
Mr.
too.
Green Jeans?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
62 years ago, in 1963, 19-year-old Frank Sinatra Jr. was kidnapped, air quotes, kidnapped, from Harrah's South Lodge in Lake Tahoe. After Frank Sr. paid ransom of $240,000 in marked bills, police arrested 2 ex-classmates of Frank Jr.'s sister.
Uh-oh.
It was discovered that Frank Sinatra Jr. cooperated with his abductors in their sinister plot.
That was
Art
an inside
bills?
job.
Yeah, he couldn't just ask Dad for money.
Yeah.
He had to go get
Bills?
kidnapped.
Like Mark?
No, I'm not associated with money in any way, shape, or form, Alex.
Me neither.
73 years ago in 1952, on I Love Lucy, a pregnancy was acknowledged on a TV show for the very first time.
How crazy is that?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Really?
I mean, before then, it was all storks. Right? Storks dropping off babies because
Yeah, that's how it happens.
that's
right?
how it happens, yes.
I think they need to go back to that.
And 84 years ago, in 1941, the United States entered World War II as Congress declared war on Japan, a day after their attack on Pearl Harbor.
Those are your FPBs and OTDs for December the 8th.
Whether you want a sit-down meal or a grab-and-go, Pat's Pizza in Auburn offers delicious sandwiches, pasta, salads, and pizza at family-friendly prices. Pat's Pizza, serving the LA area since 1985. Open daily from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 85 Center Street in Auburn. Online at patsauburn.com.
Hi, it's Donna Harris from Phoenix No Limits Karate here with your daily safety tip. Use programs like bark.us for kids' devices to keep them safe. Let's all do our best to keep our community safe.
Dirigo Federal Credit Union is proud to call Lewiston Auburn home. Whether you're buying a house, saving for the future, or growing your business, we're here for you, right where you live. Visit dirigofcu.com and feel the difference of a credit union that truly knows LA.
And now we shift focus fully to our guest, Frankie Campbell of K&R Auto Sales, right up the road from us at 900 Center Street in Auburn. Frankie, you doing well?
Yes, I am. I tell you what, it's a blessing being back in Maine after 54 years. And, it feels like I never left. I feel like I'm home.
I love it. And we talked a little bit before the show. You have a background in broadcasting.
A little bit, yes. I used to do the morning buzz at B104 in Farmington, Missouri, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. What did you do on that show?
We talked about sports, the car business, local events, basically what you guys are doing here.
Oh, very cool.
Yes.
So did you sell cars back then too?
I've sold cars since my junior year in high school.
Wow.
Kidding me?
You have some experience.
A little bit. You would have thought after a few years I would have said, there's got to be an easier way, but I've made it be 44 years in February.
Amazing.
You must love it then.
I do. I love meeting people.
Tell us about the first car you sold, Frankie.
My first car I sold, it was to a elderly lady. I was working at Pope Chevrolet in Potosi, Missouri. And this elderly lady came up, and she was walking around on the lot. I went out and tried to help her. And she asked me to help her because she had been down to the local Ford dealership. They found out she had phenomenal credit. They were trying to sell her the most expensive car on the lot. And that's when the Chevy Cavaliers first came out. Mm-hmm. And she goes, well, how much is one of those? I told her, and she goes, well, will you sell me one of those? And I said, yes, ma'am, I will. And she bought that car. That was in November. She brought me a Christmas present. And it was, she brought me a name tag for my desk because she knew I was new. And it had Frankie Campbell, your friend in the car business. And she brought me a dozen cookies.
Oh.
I like the cookies better than I like the name tag.
What kind of cookies?
Chocolate chip.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Classic.
Yeah.
So you were a junior in high school when you sold.
Junior in high school in the summer year.
And what made you decide that this was a career you wanted to pursue?
Well, like I said, I've never met a stranger. I could talk to anybody. My Uncle Donnie years ago sold cars, and my mother often told me, like when we was in the checkout lines in grocery stores or whatever, she goes, you talk just like, you could talk to anybody just like your Uncle Donnie. And she goes, you ought to be a car salesman. And I said, well, I'd love to be, Mom. So that's why I do this.
What outside of that makes you a good salesman?
I like meeting people, taking care of people. Yeah. And most of all, and I know it's going to seem like I'm a rarity, but even after the sale, I encourage my customers to stay in touch with me. Let me know what's going on, and I will definitely try my best to help them.
That is full service right there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
There's too many people out there that, they sell a car, cash their commission check, and forget who the customer was.
Right.
So.
Right. Absolutely. And you have an interesting story, too, about how you came to K&R.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. I was supposed to go to a job interview at one of our neighbor dealerships. I'm not going to mention their name. And we accidentally passed it up, me and my cousin Deanna. And she took me, we turned around at K&R Auto Sales, and there was a gentleman standing out there, and I asked him if I could give him a resume, and he looked at it and asked me to come in and speak to him for a few minutes. And I was actually in there about an hour talking to him, and he hired me.
Yeah.
And I want to thank John Valeris for that.
And what happened to your other scheduled interview?
Well, there were, I did the right thing and called him and told him that I accepted another position. He kind of talked to me pretty bad, and you know what? At that point, I knew I made the right decision.
Yeah. Frankie, what makes K&R different from other dealerships in the area?
Well, we got our owner. He buys all of our cars personally. Our owner and our general manager personally buys our cars, and they go through a rigorous inspection whenever we get them in. Before we even sell them, they have to be safety tested, went through, and stickered before a customer can even drive the car, because we don't want somebody to go on a test drive and break down, or something else, a ball joint break or something like that. Yeah. So, we just try to do the right thing, and, we buy them right, we sell them right.
I was checking out your website, and I was surprised to learn that there are trucks on your lot that are selling for less than $30,000, like full-size trucks.
Yes.
And these are like 2021s.
Yes, sir. We take a lot of pride in our our trucks.
Yeah.
Our trucks and SUVs. In the winter months, we overstock on trucks, all-wheel drive SUVs, four-wheel drive trucks, and, because here in Maine, you need that, Last year, whenever I first moved here, I had a front-wheel drive SUV, and I tell you what, I had a heck of a time getting around in this stuff, so... I bought me a Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's all-wheel drive, and I love it.
Yeah. We do need some assistance every now and again.
We do.
On these lovely roads we have here in Maine. Yep. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never sold cars. But I'm thinking there are times where there are certain trends in cars. People are looking for passenger cars. Sometimes they're looking for minivans, trucks.
Yep. I get a lot of people. Not too many people come in looking for minivans anymore.
They were big back in the day, right?
Yes. But there's not too many people. They like those, instead of minivans, people's buying the third row SUVs.
Yeah.
And those are very popular. And, it's just people normally here, they want the trucks, SUVs. Yep. And then in the summertime, they want their the cars.
Yeah.
And some of the high-end cars. We don't carry a whole lot of those in the winter because we don't want people out on the snow and ice in a high-performance car.
What do you love about your job at K&R, Frankie?
Meeting people.
Meeting people.
Yep.
That's what it's all about, right?
I like meeting people. And the biggest thing with me when I'm selling a car is, I don't mind. Not everybody's got great credit. And the biggest thing I like about my job is not everybody's a 700 credit score, and for people that's got challenge credit, and you might work for an hour or two on their deal, but when you come back to your desk and you tell them, hey, folks, you're approved, they'll look at their face and see the pleasure. That's better than a Christmas present for me. Right. So
helping people out.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
How does K&R keep their prices so affordable?
They work hard. Yeah. Bear and John work very hard buying stuff right. We don't overpay because if we overpay, what do? You overpay. So, we try to keep it as a great deal for the customer. And we got extended warranties and gap insurance that we sell at a lot lower rate also. And it's a win-win for Joe customer.
Yeah, K&R has been a proud family-owned dealership for over 40 years, and you can find them online at K&R Auto Sales. And as I mentioned, they're right up the road from us at 900 Center Street in Auburn. Frankie, tell us about, this might be a weird question, but you've been in sales since you were a teenager. Tell us about your strangest customer.
Well, I just recently had it.
Right.
No, I'm not joking.
I can't wait.
There was a gentleman here locally that used to sell advertising, and he's trying to get out of it, and when a customer comes in and says, "Here, I'll buy your car if you do this, 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 and this," and then you come back and do this, 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 and this. And then he says, well, I got to think about it. And then it was just a bad situation. Yeah. And, I don't think the guy will probably ever come and see me again, but so be it. I mean, he wasn't a very nice gentleman. That's a lot of times you want to say stuff that you don't say.
Right.
That's why you have a filter.
Yeah.
And,
some people have better filter than others.
Some days my filter don't wake up until about time to go home. But for the most part, I do my best, and I try to be a good, God-bearing man and do the right thing.
Yeah. What is your advice to someone who is looking for a used car? Now, what would you tell them to do before they come see you?
Well, I have them go on our website, check out what we have. And on our website, you click on the particular car that you like, and it'll pull up multiple pictures of it and tell you all about it. And then go on the website, Google that, Nissan Rogue.
Yeah.
You know, and find out how many miles per gallon, you know, the longevity of the motor transmission. You know, I do agree with people doing their research. You shouldn't be prepared to buy what you want to buy.
Right.
And because when people do their research, and I put together a package for them, when they do their research, they know they're getting a good deal.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Do you find customer confidence has changed with the customers being able to do their own research? Do they come to you with a different air of confidence than they did decades ago?
Oh, yeah, they do. They're more prepared. And, I mean, most of them are.
Yeah.
Some of them don't go on there and do their research because they're just needing that car to go from A to B.
Yep.
And those people are kind of my specialty because internet and stuff like that, it's out there, it's useful, but not everybody knows how to use it.
Yeah.
Just like when I got here to K&R, you know, they're pretty rigorous on their computer and the research that we can do on a car. Well, for the last 30 years, I worked at a car dealership in Missouri that I didn't use the computer a whole lot. So, you know, I'm computer stupid.
But you have people skills.
That's what it takes to sell a car.
Absolutely. You can't go online to find that.
Right.
You can't sell a computer screen.
How did you develop those people skills?
I think I was born with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, my father was a workaholic, and my mom never worked a day in her life until my father died.
Yeah.
My mother, when she passed away in 2014, never had driver's license.
Wow.
So she had to be, you know, I worked in car sales. My mother was my best friend. And she went to work at DeSoto Shoe Factory. I used to pick her up, take her to work, pick her up, take her home. Mm-hmm. You know, I worked for a car dealership in Potosi, Missouri that allowed me to do that because my general manager was a family friend. He's the one that hired me. Mm-hmm. And his whole philosophy was family first. And so I instilled family first for my whole career.
Yeah. How would you describe your style, Frankie? We all know, we've all been on the car lots. We know what high pressure salespeople are. Some people are low pressure. They want you to come to them.
Yep.
You know,
I'm
imagine
very
they
low
don't
pressure.
Yeah, you're low pressure?
I'm very low pressure. If somebody comes in and says, hey, I'm just shopping, I'll give them as much information as they want and give them the best price I could possibly give them. That way they got a number to shop with. If somebody goes and beats that price somewhere else, because some dealerships take a loss just to beat us, I hope they get the service after the sale that I give them. You know, that's just how it is. You know, I try to help people that's been treated like garbage other places. You with no respect, you can't. You get some dealerships that'll say, I can't help you because they didn't work at it. They looked at a credit score and said, I can't help you.
And that's all they saw.
There's more than a credit. There's more to your credit than a credit score.
Yeah. On the homepage of K&R Auto Sales website, there's actually a link that says bad credit tips right there. So
Yes, sir.
right there, right front and center, we're trying to help you if you have bad credit.
We are. We work a lot with bad credit. And Jim, our finance director, he's one of the best finance guys I've ever worked with in my whole career.
Wow.
He's known in this area as the credit doctor.
Wow.
And if he can't get it done, then I do have to say, I'm sorry, folks. You need to work on a lot of things. And then at that point, we're going to break it down for him and tell him, hey, you need to fix this, 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 and this. And at that point, you know, you should be able to buy you a car. You know, we try, even if we're not going to sell a car that day, we try to help them.
So they come back.
That's right. Yes, ma'am.
Frankie, what are some of the biggest changes in the industry that you've seen since 1983?
Internet.
Yeah.
You know,
Now it's like internet in your car.
oh,
Pretty
yeah.
much.
I tell you what, I have to do a credit app. I have to do a buyer's order, all kinds of stuff in the computer, which I screw up every day with my computer. I'm not very good. Now, some of my workmates at K&R, you know, they're team players. You know, they help me out a bunch.
Yeah.
And I'm so much better than what I was. But I'm used to setting somebody down, having a buyer's guide, on paper, and writing out the credit app, doing everything with pen and paper. And then the finance department will print out all their paperwork. Yeah. That was so much easier back in those days. Now we do something at K&R that hardly nobody else does. People, when they come in and see me, they start with me, they finish with me. I don't get them financed, but once Jim gets them financed or John gets them financed, they print out all the paperwork. I do the closing. Yeah. And people tend to love that because a lot of dealerships I've worked at in the past, all the rapport that the salesman builds with that customer got tore down by the finance guy, and so that this way, when a person leaves with their car, they're warm and fuzzy inside. Mm-hmm. And that's how it should be.
That's what it's all about.
Yes, sir.
Right, Pam?
Yes.
Pam's closing sales all day long.
Yep.
I love sales.
I do too.
I'm kidding.
The only thing I don't like about the sales here in Maine is cleaning off all those cars.
Oh, yeah.
Having to watch myself. I took a pretty good tumble last winter in the ice. And
You got to wear those grippers on your shoes.
And I tell you what, I hurt my back and my hip. At my age, you don't want to break a hip. You'd be in trouble.
So who do they send out to clear off all the cars? The sales and the
entire everybody.
Everybody.
Team effort.
Yep, it is. The only one that don't have to do it is our finance director, Jim. It's a team effort. Yeah.
There's a lot of cars out there. I don't like cleaning off just my car.
I don't either.
A whole fleet of them. I'd be like, oh.
When I bought my new Jeep, I made sure it had auto start. My apartment's second floor, and I could just look down on my parking spot, click, click.
Nothing like starting your car from your living room.
You can't start all the cars from inside. That'd be great.
That would be great, but not all of them's got auto start.
That's right.
Not all of them. I mean, batteries go dead.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Frankie, is there anything else about K&R that you would like our listeners to know?
We got a good team there. Everybody's eager to help people. I think before you actually go out and purchase somewhere, you at least need to give us a try because I think you'd be pleased.
All right, good stuff. Yeah. And if you'd like to take a look at their inventory, again, you can go online to K&RAutosales.com.
Next year marks 30 years of Uncle Andy's Digest. What started as a beloved print publication has grown into Lydia Media, a full-service marketing partner helping local businesses thrive. From LA Metro Magazine and the Lydia's Lunch Bunch podcast to social media management, website design, and advertising across all platforms, we've got your marketing needs covered. If you're a business making a difference in our community, let's connect. Lydia Media is here to tell your story and help you grow. Lydia Media, in business, for business. Learn more at lydiamediallc.com.
Frankie, we'd like to close out the show with the segment called 3 Random Questions.
Oh, boy.
Where we're going to ask you questions that have nothing to do with K&R or auto sales or anything. We're just trying to get to know you a little better.
All right.
Frankie, what's your favorite weekend activity?
Church on Sunday morning. Mm-hmm. I go to New Auburn Baptist, and it's a good family-oriented church that I really enjoy going to. It sets me up for my whole week.
Awesome. All right, Pam, what do you got?
All right, Frankie, if you could travel anywhere for a vacation, where would you go?
Wow, that's weird because I've never really been on a vacation. I would probably like to go on like a cruise somewhere.
Someplace warm.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it could have been an Alaskan cruise.
Well, no. I don't want to go. I want to be able, I love water.
Yeah.
I love the fact that Maine, I'm surrounded by water.
Yeah.
And that's the last thing I want to do is go on a vacation. Have my golf shorts on and a T-shirt and be out on the deck and freezing to death, or take a chance and slipping and falling,
Right.
Right. Oh, yeah, it'd be like the Titanic.
Do you do any water-based activities during the summer?
I like to swim, and that's about it. I work all the time.
Yeah.
I enjoy my job. I love doing it. Nothing makes me happier than meeting a stranger that's a good person.
Yeah. Where'd you get your work ethic from?
Well, my work ethic come from my father. He was a workaholic. But I get my good person ethic from my mother. My mother was my best friend. She was a wonderful woman. She didn't go out and get her first job until she was 42. We grew up poor, and when my father died, she went out and did her part.
But she took great care of you.
Yeah, she loved me.
Yeah.
That's the great care. She was a good woman.
Yeah.
I miss her dearly.
All right, Frankie, final question. I know you're a sports fan.
Yes,
Baseball
sir.
fan especially, right?
Yes, sir.
If you could attend any baseball game in history and have the best seats in the house, what would it be and why?
I can't remember the year, but the year that the Red Sox beat the Cardinals, I would have loved to have been to that Game 7. When the Cardinals had Pujols, Molina, and
Oh, that must have been 2013.
it might have been.
Yeah.
I don't remember the years, but it was a good series,
Yeah.
and I just,
Yeah, where would you sit
oh, yeah,
if you had your choice?
right behind the Cardinal dugout. Where else? I mean, I say that. I'm back home. They're changing the Cardinals a lot. They're trading away a lot of their good starters. So it's my love for the Cardinals. Yeah, I love Stan Musial, Keith Hernandez, a bunch of the Ozzie Smith. They've had nothing but great quality players in St. Louis, and I'll always love them for that.
Yeah.
But my first baseball game when I was 4 was Fenway Park.
Can't
Yeah,
beat
I
that.
didn't understand baseball back then. But I can remember I got a picture on my refrigerator of me, my brother, and my dad.
Wow.
And now the Red Sox, they went out and acquired my favorite St. Louis Cardinal pitcher, Sonny Gray, and he's a Yankee hater.
Yes.
So
Perfect.
he's going to fit right in.
I love it. Just out of my own curiosity, because you and I were talking baseball earlier, what makes baseball better than any other sport?
The camaraderie, and it's 9 innings. It's not like football. You have innings. So after each inning, you can stretch. You can go get you a donut, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm a donut fan.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's broken up a little bit. And you can focus when they're playing. You can focus on that game a lot more. I like football. It's hard to follow football sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's like that game last night with the Chiefs. They got beat by Houston, got knocked out of the playoffs last night.
Yep.
And it was so hard to follow last night. It was like the announcers were all over the place. They're not professional like you guys. But anyway, I'm a huge baseball fan.
Yeah.
That will always, if you give me my choice, it's 9 innings of baseball.
Yeah, same here. And I just wanted to share this with you. I don't know if you've heard it before, but the great Baltimore Orioles manager, Earl Weaver, he said what makes this game so great is you can't run out the clock. Like you can in basketball and football and hockey. You have to pitch to the other team and you have to throw strikes. You have to give them their chance.
Yes.
Right? You can't run out the clock.
You just taught me something.
There you go.
I've never heard that quote.
Well, that's
but
not me. That's Earl Weaver.
Yeah, I can understand Earl Weaver saying that.
That always stuck with me because it's so true. You have to give them their chance.
Yes, sir.
You can't.
Yes, sir.
You can't just sit on the ball and throw it up in the air and run the clock out. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you.
Yeah.
But it's been a great chat with you, Frankie. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hopefully, I'll get to come back.
Oh, we hope so too.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll just talk baseball for an hour. It's fun.
Yeah, I'd be all about that.
Yeah, Pam will go. I'm out of here. See you later.
I know nothing. I have things to do. Have fun.
Thanks to Ruper's Beverage and Redemption for sponsoring today's episode. And if you'd like to be part of the Lydia's Lunch Bunch advertising family, reach out to Pam via email at pam@lydiamediallc.com.
Have a great day. And remember, don't bite your cat. And I will say I have bitten my cat.